What's going on? Before I get into detail of this, I'm just letting people know this won't be a regular occurrence. I just so happen to be seeing a whole bunch of clips coming back up, kind of checking in on them. Wings of Redemption, Jordy Jordan. The reason why I also didn't want to go down this road and do too many on them, his trolls like to get in comments, and I've seen some pretty terrible things that they've said, and they deleted, which I thought was odd. Some of them are just funny, saying Jordy Jordan or Richard, be careful, he'll get the FBI after you, all that. I mean, I'm not doing this for anybody to go harass him. I think he's definitely gets harassed enough on a daily basis. But I'm here just kind of update that he has not gotten any better. The video I did on him, right after I did it, his PlayStation account got taken. Somebody went in, did all this, and pretty much stole it, locked it out, and he couldn't get into it, and it took a while for him to get it back. Some alleged that it was faked. Later on, it got taken again. Back and forth. Everybody was considering that he's just faking everything, and it's all for views. It's all to get all this controversy started so more people watch his content, which obviously was failing. He's gotten even worse that he started to cut his camera off and hold it hostage. I mean, $500 here, $200. He wants massive amounts of money to be able to do the camera. And I think this is the downfall. I think this is finally the cliff. He's finally diving off of it. What he doesn't realize, he looks at everything day to day. He says, oh, well, taxes here, this here, I make $5 here. He doesn't care about the $5 donations. He don't care about the, dollar donations. And the thing is, I think he is in such a bad place that he can't enjoy anything positive. A lot of people wish they could get paid just for being on camera. I mean, I'm doing a video now, and I'm not getting paid for this. I'm probably never get paid for it. I'm just doing it as a little hobby, something to do while I'm bored. I have nothing to do right now. I'm playing like Cyberpunk 2077. But I'm taking a break because if I just sit there playing the game all day, well, I'm not doing anything. It's going to be complete boredom. His hobby is playing games. And then for a job, he does it again. I think that's where his back and forth problem is. Somebody like me who, I make my own beef jerky. I've gotten into smoking and smoking foods, barbecue, and I just enjoy doing that most every weekend. I do it pretty often. I have, I have the extra money to be able to enjoy those things. But somebody like him, he never had that forethought to be prepared. So when he was making all his money, and he was making good money, he blew it all. He blew it all, and now he's mad at everybody else for his own fault. I'm not just going to shit on him this whole video. That's not the purpose of it. I am genuinely wondering why people are still even trying to go after him. Why they're just even messing with him. Now, if you go through some of the comment sections on his lives, and then this is from snippets. I'm not even going to show any of the snippets anymore. But if you go to the troll channels, all the ones that he'll mention them, they'll have his live feed, and it will show all the comments that are coming through. I don't get it. He will ban people for small jokes. He is so miserable that he just can't have anything. He blames everybody else. He still has yet to take no accountability on anything. And the whole he had a bad take, my thing is, his take was just a horrible joke. I don't think he's an actual chomo by no means. I think he's an idiot. I really do. I just don't think he thinks. I think he was just trying to be funny, and it really wasn't funny. I don't think he understands that he is so miserable that he can't see anything good of it. He constantly thinks he's owed money for starting a podcast that he never finished. He did it for a while, then the obvious fallout that happened because of that live 1v1 that happened, and he completely destroyed himself after that. He's got a bunch of lives on there now. He went back to he's still deleting some of them for whatever reason. He might, get a little worried about them. But his Dead Space video, all those lives, he did the impossible, which was pretty much not dying. This man is just down. It's over with. I don't know how he's going to pull anything out of it. His average is 4,000 viewers, which, ironically, I don't even get close to that. But I think it's not good. His mental health has declined so much that he's not going anywhere. He's not going to do anything with his life now. And he's blamed so many other people. That the fact that the trolls have done so much and he has done so much, you don't know which is which. You don't know who's destroyed his career more. Because the fact between he lost the his DoorDash full account, it was apparently people were calling in saying this, saying that. But ironically, it happened after he kind of quote-unquote doxed a few people or tweeted some pictures that showed how much money he's made from this, that, and the other. You don't know how much of it he has, inflicted on himself. A lot of him being miserable is completely self-inflicted. Everybody and anybody that's been on YouTube, live stream, Twitch, Kick now, any of those, you're going to have bad people. You're going to have trolls. You're going to have people trying to clip things to make you look bad. But he has not shut that off. He still continuously is everybody's against me. When reality is when you only got 300 viewers, dude, 100 of them are what's against you, maybe 50 of them. And you look into everything way too deep. You always think there's a motive behind everything. You think there's a problem behind everything. Your life is miserable. You can tell your wife's a little miserable behind it too. You're saying you don't make any money, which, I mean, your wife has a full-time job. I don't see how you are that broke if your house is paid for. Okay, my house isn't paid for. I make a decent living, and I make just a little bit more probably than what he makes now. And I'm a one-income home. I do all this on my own. I have to, and I'm not bitching at anybody that have to do it. I just swallow my pride and go do it. I go to work. I wake up every day, go to my job, and I do what I'm supposed to, and I come home. He's in a very blessed position that he has squandered more and more. The only person that's done worse than him is going to be Blade. Only Use Me Blades? Yeah? Is that his name? Anyway, Blades is about the only person that's probably doing worse than him, and a lot of his is self-inflicted. The only difference is one's using alcohol, which people watch that, and the other person is just killing himself in a different way, and he pretends like he don't. The only thing that he's done positive as of late is when he was training for the boogie fight, and now that he doesn't have that, he's right back down in his slump. He's got nothing he's doing, and I kind of feel bad for him at the same time. Self-inflicted to a degree. I don't think any of his trolls should be dedicating that much time to fucking with him all day. That's my opinion on that, only because I couldn't dedicate my life that long to one person. I kept a job. I'm still working a job. Every single day I work. It's for the past so many years I've been at this same job. He takes it for granted that he gets to wake up, play a game, and he only wants to do the games to give him 300 views. Well, you have to have a fun personality to push more views. If you're good at other games, which I've seen that he's not horrible at some of these games, he's so miserable that he can't see the positive in it, and he lets it control his emotions so much that I don't think he's ever going to get out of this slump. I'm almost positive that I don't think the trolling part's going to get any worse. It's pretty much just going to stay where it's at, but I'm wondering at what point he's going to quit. He's been doing this for years, and it's been just gradually, his mindset has gotten worse. And here recently, he's actually gotten to the point of almost throwing his controllers again. Ironically, I saw a clip from one of his recent streams where he was doing Rainbow Six Siege again, and one of the guys was getting super pissed off, calling everybody a bunch of, slurs, and talking about, oh, y'all didn't make this call out, why didn't you do this, why didn't you do that? And Wings over there like, come on, man, you gotta calm down. And his teammate, a foreign teammate, was like, yeah, what kind of person gets angry and tries to blame all his teammates for not doing good, correct call-outs or listening to these call-outs? Come on. That's ironic. I guess he doesn't know Wings, or maybe he was a random, or he just recently met him. That's what Wings has been on Siege for years. He's always been super irate, super angry, but he has gotten real pouty lately because of Siege. He doesn't play Call of Duty because he's an okay gamer. He's decent at it. I'm probably better than me. I don't know. I play it casually. I enjoy it with a couple friends, and it's something I do when I get off work. That's also another reason why I don't really do 100 videos a week, and I do them pretty much on the weekend, is because my free time when I get home, after a 10, 12-hour day, is I'm going to get home, make me a plate of food, eat, and then I'm going to cut the game on socially to play with some friends, and that's how I end my day. I'll play that for an hour or two, have some fun, laughs, enjoy, and then I'm going to bed, and I'm going to start it all over again. I mean, I have a routine that way. So, but this is a person that could do all this every single day, have no trouble, and he just refuses to do so. And this is not a video I wanted to do at all this quick, this early, coming back onto YouTube and, kind of doing videos again. So I don't want to seem like a hypocrite, and I'm definitely not in his corner. I'm not defending him. He's still said a lot of horrible, outrageous things. I just don't think that they're genuinely his personality. I just think he just wasn't thinking. I think he's absent-minded on these. He definitely needed to be medicated early on. There's plenty of YouTubers that have been medicated. They've gone through some things, but they've always bounced back. I don't think he's going to do this. I think overall, he's just going to stay miserable. He's not going to excel in anything. I've seen clips where he's talked about, people have given him some advice saying, why don't you move? Why don't you go, live somewhere else? And his whole thing back and forth is, why would I go live somewhere else when change the scenery doesn't do nothing for me? These people are just trying to be nice to you. These are his genuine fans. He shits on them. I think that's why he's going to be miserable, and he's slowly losing fans, and he keeps gaining more trolls. That's something I tried to say in the first video. A lot of his trolls came from being fans. They're no longer fans. They're hate watching him. I watch him because at one time it was funny. I don't think it's funny anymore. I think it's horrible. I think it's sad. I think it's very depressing to see somebody just go down such a horrible road. You got all these locals like him, DSP, King Cobra, JFS, Cyrax. Don't even get me started on all the TikTok ones they're super deranged. Other than Cyrax, these people are kind of well within their own delusion, but Cyrax and all these other TikTok, I'm not going to say there's like hundreds of them. They're super delusional. He is just, I don't think he understands it, and he gets mad at people for making jokes about Pepsi and all these sodas, but then some of his thumbnails have a Pepsi logo in them. Like, he'll either go with the joke or he'll get super pissy about the joke. Watching anything with him is just a wild card. And then some of those real down and out videos where and obviously these are the most negative clips, but the fact that there's so many and you never know when they were recorded, there's not a single YouTuber I've seen that's got that many negative clips. And the reason why is because he just lets it build up, and he does stuff like that. He gets super angry on games that, honestly, a lot of people, they react the way he does. They still get heated. They still get mad. They still probably throw blame. But they're a lot more fun to watch, and he's just angry all the time. Or he has all these made-up excuses in his head that he thinks sounds right, but honestly, they're just horrible. They're just terrible advice. It's terrible ways to live by. And that's who he is as a person. He just lives horribly and miserably, and he just does nothing with his life. He thinks walking, all that's going to do is make my feet sore, barely do anything. Walking's going to hurt. My feet hurt every day I walk. I go, and I'm a big dude too. And I work in a factory. I can't feel bad for him. I'm a big hefty guy that goes having to walk on. I'm walking on concrete all day with boots on, in a metal shop. And this guy sits in a chair. That's it. Got to do it 13, 14 hours a day, as he says, or 8 hours a day, or whatever. And he barely makes, he says $15 an hour, whatever the hell he talks about. But he barely makes ends meet. But the thing is, he's not doing anything outside of that but playing games more. He acts like he doesn't. And he sleeps 15 hours a day. I don't see how you can live like that and constantly drone on about everybody else being so horrible to you, when you yourself are being horrible to yourself. Until you take the steps, you're not going to do better. But anyway, all that aside, I think I'm coming to an end on the video because I don't want to spend 40 minutes talking about somebody that 100 other people do troll accounts on, or have very good educational videos, or a good basic documentary behind them. This is just, I'm giving an update because I did do a video on him, and I still keep up with some of the stuff he does. I just think it's gotten odd. Anyway, if you get into the comments, try to be polite about it. Don't, go hoarding in on him. He's just another dude, man, and I think he's just a miserable guy that's not going to do better. But anyway, if you want to watch my other videos, I'm starting to try to do these weekly. I got a few other videos that I've recorded that I'm editing right now. This one I've had a lot to talk about today. I don't know, but I got a lot of editing to do, and it takes a while to edit these videos because I don't know, my software is garbage. I'm garbage, probably, and YouTube. Their DMCA claims are horrible. My last video about the Fast and Furious took me 4 different times to upload it because they said, oh, over here it's copyright claimed, but over here it's not. And in this country, this is where it's hell. It's a headache. So this video, that's why I'm going to be using less clips of a lot of other people. And if you don't like that and you like the clips and you don't like hearing my voice, probably not the channel for you. I'm not even trying to say I am. But like I said, this is just a hobby, and I hope somebody enjoyed it. If anything, if you want to leave a like, share, subscribe, however you want to do it, more than welcome to. And I appreciate your view, and I appreciate any back and forth you would like to, any constructive criticism, that you would love to give me. So hope everybody has a good one.